I did all the races again, and I won all of them except for this one specifically, the Arima Kinen, where you're pretty much forced to use Special Week against Grass Wonder. Now, what you want to do, what it will make you do, is pick a character or unit that you trained already, and I think it'll just take its skill or something like that. So we're gonna test that right now and see if it'll do exactly that. So there's the Kita that we were doing, that I used for that run, and your Special Week getting, I guess, all the skills and all that. That's what I'm assuming. And here we are at the run. Now I've tried a lot of different horse girls for this because I just couldn't get Special Week to win. Is there any way other? Can we look at her? Yeah. So she basically, I don't think these were the skills, but she does have this one. What is this? Is this the skill? Let me just double check. No, it's not the skill, but I don't know how it works. We're gonna just see if it works this way. We're gonna watch the whole race because why not? It is just one race, and we're just gonna see how good, or not how good, to see if the skill works in order for us to unlock Commander Special Week. I literally didn't have it. I saw people having it. When I went to Game Tora and saw that there was a new Special Week, I was like, no way. I looked everywhere. I even tried Google, but people were just talking about it, and all I saw was pictures. So yeah, also to Umasim, thank you for mentioning it to me, because it's funny, because the time I saw your comment, I actually just had seen that there was a new Special Week. So if it wasn't for your comment, I wouldn't. The reason why I had the idea of the Team Serious is because I was going through some stuff and I saw that someone had mentioned to use the Team Serious card and get the skill. So go for court and beat you if for some odd reason you need. That's one final corner. She times Special Week 180. This 180. Yeah, you can see her right here. Get the Commander Special Week. Team Serious. I literally didn't have it, and we're just gonna see how good. Literally didn't have it. Let me just face at her. Being all forced to use Special Week against Grass Wonder. Now, what you want to do, what it will make you do, is pick a character.
Bau apa?
Didn't know what to
Minyak
do.
kayu putih dua-dua ya.
The run that you horse girl is run. Now,
Kayaknya kayak
let's see if all the stories until you reach this part, because I built. I believe you don't move on to the next one until you finish the previous one. That's just me. I just.
Baik hemat.
What's going on, guys? Mishivishu, we're back with another Umusumi. Yeah. But she basically, I don't know, my settings, I don't, well, because we're heading to a card. I give a free unit, 3-star unit, just from doing something specifically in the story, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I hope that for those who are wondering how to get Commander Special Week, actually, thought this video was helpful. So just a quick run through. Just basically use a Team Serious card. I decided to get a dupe just to be sure. I mean, it was only like 100 of those crown things. But, did that. Pretty much, if you guys want to see the setup that I used, it wasn't really. It was pretty similar to what I was doing, but gave me some pretty good stats. I mean, for the setup. So this is what I did. I didn't do too many races because I was confused because I went out on so many dates, but it's alright. 3 speed, 1 group, 1 stamina, and 1 power. That's what I did, and honestly, the outcome wasn't too bad. Almost had 2 double S pluses and almost had an S in stamina. Surprisingly, because, you know, so you guys see it there. Now you guys know what I did. So basically, do that. Make a run with any Uma you want, and then.
Decided to review this match is because Haramoto, and we're going to be reviewing this from Haramoto's perspective, plays almost or maybe even a perfect game of table tennis. Everything he does in this game is so tactically sound and so textbook that it is an absolutely fantastic video for me to use as a reference point to go over some very simple combinations that you can use to generate points on your own. And then the other thing that I will be pointing out as I review this match is the footwork that Haramoto does on his serve returns, because he puts on an absolute clinic with the serve returns in this match. The way he approaches the serve returns, the footwork, the shot selection is just about perfect on his end. So this can also be a reference so that you can kind of see what to do and how to move against different serves. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about Haramoto's keys to success, kind of like I did with the Aruna video. Now, let me go ahead and draw a table real quick. So this is Haramoto, this is Lin Shidong, and Haramoto's game revolves around forcing out suboptimal shots from his opponent and then punishing that. So what I want you to pay attention to throughout this match is the way that Haramoto is able to make Lin Shidong so uncomfortable against seemingly simple balls, and then he's immediately able to punish for that. So for example, you'll see many points throughout this game where they're in the backhand to backhand rally, which is extremely common when you have a righty versus righty matchup. So they're in the backhand to backhand, neither of them really want to mess with the forehand. And what Haramoto will do is he will bait Lin Shidong into playing a backhand further and further to his right, basically giving him shots where it's really difficult to decide whether or not to pivot. So for example, what he might do is flip a ball here, and then Lin Shidong plays a backhand cross court. He'll play the next ball right here and hope basically that Lin Shidong moves and plays another backhand, and then he'll follow up with an extremely deep ball into the corner again, and this wins him points over and over again, because if Lin Shidong moves and plays this ball with his backhand, that is always a lower quality ball than his most optimal shot, and so it gives Haramoto an opportunity to play his counter game and punish. And you'll also notice that when it doesn't work, so let's say Haramoto tries to play here and Lin Shidong decides that he's able to step around on it, and he decides this early and plays just a booming forehand, then Haramoto is done, has absolutely no answers to it. But Haramoto is so good throughout this whole match of always finding exactly where to place the ball to make Lin Shidong as uncomfortable as possible and force out extremely suboptimal shots from his opponent that he can then punish with very quick time pressure and off the bounce counter loops. So that's kind of the idea behind Haramoto's play, just to kind of preface the review or the analysis. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. And actually, I know we're 2 points in, but I will highlight early on the footwork of Haramoto on the serve return. A very common question in table tennis is whether or not you should have a split step in your serve return. And if you don't know what a split step is, it's basically a tiny bounce or a jump or a step with one of your legs before your actual movement toward the ball. And the answer to this question is a resounding yes. You absolutely, especially at a high level, should have some sort of split step on your serve return. Now, the way Haramoto does it, he opts to always step in with his right leg and then move to wherever he needs to move with pretty standard footwork. You'll see other players kind of bounce or jump, but regardless, you should always have some sort of movement before your actual movement on the serve return. And Haramoto does a very good job of this the whole match, of course, because he's one of the best players in the world. But just to highlight it, watch his approach on the serve return. So he steps, finds the ball, sees where it's going to be. His idea, by the way, and this is something I always tell my students, is first idea ready to attack, second idea push. So he is only thinking about attacking with the backhand here. But he steps, shuffles, super wide stance on the serve return, extremely stable, and then the shot lands in the last inch of the table, which you'll see time and time again. Both of these players are always hitting right into the last inch of the table, which is what you have to do at this level if you want any chance of your tactics working. So, of course, you have to be very physically strong and in shape, but wanted to point that out. And this is the first time we see the strategy from Haramoto. They get into the backhand to backhand. He tries to drag it to the forehand and make Lin Shidong uncomfortable. Lin Shidong plays a very high quality forehand that's difficult for Haramoto to punish, and so Haramoto does not win the point. Insane quality from Lin Shidong. Again, doesn't give Haramoto any chance to punish. Haramoto doesn't give any ball that makes Lin Shidong uncomfortable, so he loses the point.
Lezatnya. Libur gerasa kerusuk, pop mie, siap masuk.
And here it is again. Firstly, watch the footwork on the serve return. His first idea is to attack. He would only push if he absolutely has to, but here's the split step. And then from the split step, he does a normal shuffle of course, left leg and then right leg. So generally, just for my beginners out there, if you're moving to the right, left leg moves first. If you're moving to the left, right leg moves first, other than the split step. So the split step, disregard. But now that he's taken his split step, left leg moves first because he's moving to the right. And then as he's playing the shot, feet are nice and planted. And again, tries to get it into the middle, basically to bait out an uncomfortable shot from his opponent. And in this case, they get into the backhand to backhand. This would have worked if Lin Shidong didn't get a little bit fortunate, but you can see he switches to the middle and baits out this uncomfortable ball from Lin Shidong where his weight is heavily on the right leg. He's playing off of his body. This is really not balanced from Lin Shidong. So this is what Haramoto wants, and he will take a ball like this any day. He just happened to clip the net and he got a little bit unlucky. And this is really smart. Yeah, this is really, really smart. So a few things to talk about here. Serves normal, short to the forehand, short touch by Lin Shidong. Neither of them really play forehand flip here. So Haramoto pushes half long, and this is an issue for Lin Shidong because if he plays a low quality loop where he just throws the ball up with spin, it gives Haramoto all the time in the world to set up his shot and play time pressure. So like, let's say Lin Shidong takes this ball, plays a slow spinny loop to the backhand. Well, Haramoto's gonna play to the backhand, then he's gonna play to the middle, then he's gonna go back to the backhand or switch out wide for a winner and basically have all of the initiative. So Lin Shidong needs to try and not win the point, but initially play a shot that puts Haramoto under a lot of pressure. So he rips the forehand, but then all Haramoto has to do is play a block to the backhand, and because Lin Shidong's first shot was so big, he has to play a weak ball on this backhand. It's still a decent quality ball, of course, because Lin Shidong's insanely athletic and has insane quality, but it's weak enough for Haramoto to punish, so he rips this ball with his backhand, and because he's the one taking initiative, and Lin Shidong's reacting. It's a rule I talk about all the time. If you're taking initiative and you catch your opponent by surprise, 90% of the time they are going to react by playing cross court. It is very, very rare that they will play down the line. So Haramoto can play this ball and then immediately pivot knowing that he will have an opportunity to play a winner, which is what he does. Rips it down the line, doesn't quite win the point, but again, Lin Shidong is reacting at this point. There's no chance, or a very low chance, that he plays down the line. And so Haramoto knows where this ball's going and then just pushes him even wider. And it's just a free point. You can see when it doesn't work, Haramoto falls apart. Or I guess the way I should put it, when Lin Shidong is able to play with enough quality that Haramoto can't immediately punish, his tactic starts to fall apart. Because if he just kind of puts his paddle in the way and rallies, Lin Shidong is going to win most of the time in that sort of rally. So there, like, Haramoto's reacting, he's just blocking, there's not much quality. He doesn't have many answers. But you'll see as this match progresses, Haramoto does an insanely good job of making Lin Shidong uncomfortable. Crazy heavy spin on that serve. Now, this is an important serve to keep in mind because this gets used again later in the match. But again, it comes down to making Lin Shidong uncomfortable and getting him to play a less than perfectly optimal shot. So here, again, look at where this serve lands. It's something I tell my students all the time. Just like if you're going to push, you need to push. If you're going to serve long, you need to serve long. This ball is literally last inch of the table, makes Lin Shidong uncomfortable, his weight is going backwards, and so now, again, Haramoto has a ball that he can punish. So, even though Lin Shidong has tried to move Haramoto to his middle, the ball does not have enough quality or velocity to give Haramoto much trouble. And he clips the edge, but, I mean, he's aiming for the last inch of the table, so it's not super surprising. But just very, very solid play here. And again, I point that out because this is going to come back later. And again, similar tactic to what I mentioned in the kind of keys to success. Firstly, watch the footwork on the serve return. I'm going to point it out every time. There's the split step. Recognizes that it's short. Shuffles. Feet are planted and extremely stable. Explosive shot. And then 2 steps to come back. There's the bounce that you always want to have, and then there's the footwork to wherever the ball is going. But tactically speaking, ties Lin Shidong in knots with this ball. It's the perfect position to where Lin Shidong doesn't want to play a backhand because he knows if he plays a backhand, the next ball's coming deep here, and then the ball after that's probably coming deep here, and that's hugely advantageous for Haramoto. So he tries to step, but Haramoto's placement is so good that he's not able to get great quality on this ball. So, plays with awkward technique, and now from here Haramoto's still able to punish this ball and go extremely deep into the corner. He hasn't moved. He's having an absolute field day with that, and those are the types of points that you want to win. Points where you don't, I mean, obviously he's working, but points where it's basically bread and butter, and that was the definition of bread and butter. Lucky ball there.
Batuk dan pilek mengganggu keluarga. Fix Formula 44. Legakan batuk tidak berdahak, tenggorokan gatal, pilek, dan bersin. Untuk rasa hangat di tenggorokan. Fix Formula 44.
And this is actually very risky from Haramoto. Decides to open first. Lin Shidong ties Haramoto in knots here. Haramoto, I mean, both of them are in insanely good shape. So even though he's tied up, he's able to get just enough quality on this ball to cause Lin Shidong to make an unforced error. But really, that's actually okay on Lin Shidong's part. Again, insanely heavy serves. And this is another good example of what happens when the placement is slightly off or the tactic doesn't work. Again, perfect footwork, very nice flip, 2 steps after the flip. This flip is not quite as difficult for Lin Shidong. It doesn't cause him to play a less than optimal shot. It is right in his wheelhouse. He's not off balance, transfers his weight perfectly. This is like a dream shot for Lin Shidong, and Haramoto just has no chance on that ball. Because if you've seen my videos on angles, if you play to the middle and it's not with good quality, there are so many angles that Lin Shidong has right here. He can go wide to the backhand, he can go wide to the forehand, he can just play back to the middle, and so Haramoto basically just has to guess like a soccer goalie against a penalty kick. There's really not much he can do there. And then again here, ties Lin Shidong in knots, baits out a step around. Even if that shot connects, Haramoto's winning the point. And even if Lin Shidong goes down the line, Haramoto's winning that point because it's not enough quality to prevent Haramoto from punishing it. And this is a similar concept but with a serve. The goal is to bait out this weak backhand. It's just in the right placement to where he's uncomfortable, so he can't rip it, has to throw it up with spin, and it's low enough quality again that Haramoto can punish and play right off the bounce with lots of time pressure.
张本正和预判到侧身的反篮。
And again, this is all about initiative. He did one of these earlier, goes back to it here at 9-10, or at 10-9, excuse me. Super long serve, again, last inch of the table. Very last inch of the table. Catches Lin Shidong by surprise, but not quite as bad as before. You can see he's still balanced and plays a decent quality shot, but not good enough. He's still caught by surprise a little bit and doesn't play with enough quality to prevent Haramoto from punishing. And it's just bread and butter. Well, that's game 1. Let's take a look at game 2. And this is a good example of if it's not broke, don't fix it. Very last point of the first game, Haramoto gave a very long serve deep into the backhand, and Lin Shidong was quite uncomfortable. He still played a good shot, but it was a shot that Haramoto liked. It was a shot that let him rip beforehand off the bounce, keep the initiative, and play time pressure, which is exactly what he wants. And so, if Lin Shidong gave him a weak ball, what's to say that he's not going to do that again? So, basically, anytime you find something, especially at a really high level where technique isn't an issue and shot quality isn't an issue, because everyone plays with good technique and good shots, it comes down to tactics and finding exploits. And if you found something that makes your opponent uncomfortable, you don't want to get in your own head in the sense of, oh, well, I should save that for when it's deuce, or, oh, well, if I do it 4 times in a row, they're going to figure it out. Well, you don't know that. Do it until they prove that they can figure it out and win those 4 points in a row in the meantime, which is what Haramoto does here. Just another long serve. Less than optimal return from Lin Shidong, and Haramoto just punishes it. And then again, it makes the short serves even more effective. I also want to point out, look at the quality on the pushes here. It's something I tell my students all the time. If you're gonna push, then push. And that is a disgustingly deep and heavy push that makes Lin Shidong extremely uncomfortable on the back end.
全是长球，对，适当的回球，还是长的。好的。
And again, you can see when it doesn't quite work. So like here, Haramoto opens, Lin Shidong catches Haramoto by surprise, blocking down the line. But regardless of all that, Haramoto plays a weaker ball, and this ball doesn't give him an opportunity to punish anything. This is absolute wheelhouse for Lin Shidong. His weight's going forwards, he's ripping that ball, and now Haramoto has to block. Even if he lands that block, it's going to be very difficult because he didn't take the initiative early to find a way to put Lin Shidong under any time pressure. So it doesn't work as well.
很好，
So from this point,
节奏也相对偏
it's
稳。
just difficult.
哇，这个球是双方。
And again, there's a lot of nets on this point, but
很好，
pay attention to the tactic from Haramoto. It's extremely important, especially if you're at a higher level and you're at a point where you take a lot of these quote-unquote 50-50 back-into-back-end exchanges with your opponent. The way Haramoto approaches it is so good. He always finds a way to bait his opponent out this way and then move them into the corner, which prevents the opponent from playing a perfectly optimal shot and allows him, even if he doesn't have as much power just head-to-head as his opponent, to play higher quality shots than his opponent. So again, plays to the middle. This is really, really uncomfortable for Lin Shidong. Shifts his weight to the right. Lin Shidong shifts his weight to the right, and then bang, extremely deep into the corner. Now Lin Shidong's weight is shifted this way, and he is so out of position here. He is absolutely tied in knots here. And so, what does he do? Back to the middle. Lin Shidong decides he might try to step on that, and again, he's so out of position and so uncomfortable that Haramoto has all the initiative. Nets aside, that's a point that Haramoto would take 10 times out of 10. And again, same thing there. Hopefully you see it. Watch it back one more time. Middle, and then drags Lin
而且
Shidong
这一
out
环
onto
林
his
志
back
节
end.
奏有一些被压住了，主动去变线，
A little bit of a lucky
整个
break.
人的气比较盛，可以稍微去躲开这个环节。气比
Same
较
thing
盛
here. If
可
you're
以
gonna
稍微
push,
去
push.
躲开。
And this push is brutal. Very last into the table. Far enough that Lin Shidong plays a forehand, but not so far that he has all the time in the world to rip it. Makes him very uncomfortable and basically just puts him under a lot of pressure. But that doesn't work if the push is even a little bit too low quality. Weird ball. And again, similar pattern. This flip does not put Lin Shidong under any pressure. It's very predictable. It didn't bait, the bait didn't work basically, and Haramoto wasn't able to force a suboptimal shot, so there was nothing to punish. And he's not going to win those rallies most of the time. He maybe wins 10% of those points, so it's not something that he wants to do. Oh my god. Yeah, this is solid. But it all starts with the push. So short touch from Lin Shidong. Disgusting push from Haramoto. Last into the table, almost a complete repeat of the last point. Lin Shidong decides to step and play a forehand. And if you remember, and this is pattern recognition, which comes with experience. Obviously a full-time pro is going to have really, really good pattern recognition, but the last time that he pushed really deep to the middle, Lin Shidong missed, but he missed aiming for the backhand too. The cross-court shot to the forehand wasn't even on his radar, so Haramoto doesn't need to worry about this shot because he knows from the last time he did this that Lin Shidong likes to take this ball. If he's going to play a forehand and go deep into the backhand, also because Lin Shidong has been playing a lot of the backhand to backhand rallies, so there's very little reason to think that he will go cross court here. So it's very safe to guess that he will get a backhand here. And in addition to that, Haramoto's quick enough to move out and react. Regardless, this disgustingly high quality push, Lin Shidong's able to loop it, but it's again not quite high enough quality, so Haramoto's just standing there ready to rip it. Again, last inch of the table. And look how uncomfortable Lin Shidong is. That is not his best shot. This is not his highest quality ball because he doesn't have the initiative in the point, because Haramoto's finding ways to catch him by surprise and force him to play suboptimally. So, super off balance, weight's going backwards. And look at the contrast. Look at Haramoto in comparison. Weight is leaning forwards, arm is out, taking the ball early, really, really like crushing the ball. And Lin Shidong's just reacting. So here, moves him a little bit to the right, not quite high enough quality, and Haramoto punishes it. And again, almost all of his balls land on the white line, or close to the last inch of the table. But Lin Shidong is reacting. He doesn't have any initiative, which is why Haramoto,
更先提速的那一方。
and this is why Haramoto at his best is so dangerous, because he's so good at this.
好的，
And again, when it doesn't work, Haramoto's not as good in just the pure open rallies.
反手阵，
He's not as good in like these.
我暂停
He's not very good at just challenging someone power for power.
就第二个，
He is at his best when he is forcing his opponent to open with weak balls, not necessarily when he is opening first with his own quality and just trying to play boomba boomba. And something else I want you to notice is, and I talked about it a little earlier, but again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't save your strategies for when you need them, or be scared to use something that worked because you think your opponent's going to figure it out. Haramoto has been just pushing long to the middle this entire game because it's on Lin Shidong to come up with an answer to that. And if Lin Shidong can't come up with an answer to that, then there's no reason to stop going. You don't need to like save it or be scared. Just keep doing it until your opponent proves they can do something about it. So again, several times in this match, he gets this long push. This time, Lin Shidong plays a backhand, and you can actually see this is putting Haramoto under a little more pressure, so he's not able to rip. So from this point, Lin Shidong actually has an advantage. He is better in this sort of open rally than Haramoto is. He's quicker than Haramoto. He's got more power. Haramoto wins the point here, but that's actually a point that Lin Shidong would rather have than Haramoto. And same with that one. If you play this exact point several times in a row, Lin Shidong probably wins that point more than Haramoto does, but he happens to win it there. Now we're on to the next game. So, on to game 3. And something worth pointing out here is all of the pressure should be on Lin Shidong to come up with new tactics. As the person finding the exploits, you shouldn't need to change until your opponent proves that you have adapted. So Haramoto should keep going for the same tactics until it stops working. So again, baiting out uncomfortable shots, pushing wide this way, and then going really deep into the forehand, jamming with lots of deep pushes, and basically saying, hey, this is working, prove to me that you can do something about it. This is a point that actually is better for Haramoto, that he happens to lose. This is exactly what Haramoto wants. It doesn't work, but it's all Haramoto. He's dragging him to the left, and then bang, deep into the corner, dragging him to the right. Lin Shidong's just reacting, and then bang, dragging him to the left again. And he is so uncomfortable here. He is so off balance that if Haramoto connects on this shot, he probably wins the point. There is a probably, and obviously these players are a million times better than me, but this is a slight tactical mistake from Haramoto because this probably wins the point. Because of this pattern and him conditioning Lin Shidong to go middle, backhand, middle, backhand, middle, backhand, he probably wins the point outright if he goes deep into the corner here. But either way, really, it looks like maybe he clipped the edge, but that's a good point for Haramoto. And this is a bad push. That's a bad push from Haramoto. He wants to flip. Again, first idea, attack, then react. So he's ready to attack, ready to attack. Oh crap, I can't loop that one. Footwork, his timing on the footwork's a little messed up here too. So, okay, push. But the push is not great. That's kind of right in the place where you don't want to push. And so it lets Lin Shidong play very, very high quality backhand, but there's just no way to punish. Now, we've seen this before. If you remember in the first game, this is a point that's probably favorable for Haramoto, but he has to land a good block. This is a tricky concept, but this also comes down to pattern recognition. When Haramoto pushes to Lin Shidong's middle, but on Haramoto's right side of the table, kind of, again, that deep push that ties him in knots, Lin Shidong has always gone to the backhand so far. When Haramoto pushes half long to the middle, where the ball is more on the left side of the table, so in this box right here, Lin Shidong so far has only done and can only do a couple things. So again, this is pattern recognition. If you remember the very last point of game 2, Lin Shidong did decide to take this ball and play a slow, spinny ball into Haramoto's backhand. It was actually probably a more favorable point for Lin Shidong. However, Haramoto did end up winning it. But the reason that Haramoto can still sit forehand here, one, pattern recognition. For the most part, every time Haramoto has given this half-long ball, Lin Shidong has gone for the powerful shot to the forehand. And on top of that, if Lin Shidong is going to go for the powerful shot, because the ball is half long and not very long, there is no realistic way that Lin Shidong can play a very powerful shot to the backhand corner. So in other words, there's a lot of reasons that Haramoto can just sit here. Number one, Lin Shidong has proven that this is the most likely place he's going to go. And number two, if Lin Shidong is going to play with power, then he can only go cross court. There's no way with this type of ball and it being half long that he can play deep into the backhand with tons of power. So if he does decide to go for the less probable shot into Haramoto's backhand, it'll be like at the end of game 2, that slower spinny ball, and because it's so slow, Haramoto can still sit forehand and has enough time to react and come back to play the backhand. So Lin Shidong has to play this shot. But all Haramoto would have to do here is block deep into the corner to bait out a very weak ball from Lin Shidong and punish it. So even though the loop misses here, this is a very, very good tactic from
质量
Haramoto.
比较保命中率。好的，就变了，可能效果就完全不同，还是要改那么变。
Insanely spinny serves from Lin Shidong as well.
你看这个球，张本智和也是有意识去调动。
Now Lin Shidong has slowed the game down a little bit. He, instead of trying to rip the ball, he's now opting to take it a little bit more compact and also play with a little bit more spin.
好球，这种被对方下意识防回来，晃拉了一板。
For what it's worth, this point is still played fine by Haramoto. The issue was that his half-long push drifted too long, and also that Lin Shidong, being a good player, is starting to adapt and also picking up on patterns. So as Lin Shidong adapts, it'll be up to Haramoto to continue to play counter strategies. But again, this is a similar point. He pushes half-long, and from pattern recognition, again, he can pretty safely expect the ball to land in this corner and react if the ball comes to his backhand, but only if the half-long push is really good quality, because the second that the half-long push accidentally comes a little bit too long, now Lin Shidong just has a field day and can actually go into the backhand with more quality. But you can see as Lin Shidong is playing this shot, Haramoto is absolutely cheating on the forehand side, expecting this ball. And again, that's valid because so far when he's played this half-long shot, most of the time he's gotten this forehand and it's worked out for him. And when Lin Shidong's played to the backhand, it's been low enough quality for Haramoto to react and counter. However, here the half-long push drifts a little too long. Now Lin Shidong can play a high-quality push or high-quality loop into the corner. And on top of that, Lin Shidong's probably just adapting to Haramoto's tactics, which means now it's time for Haramoto to start adapting and changing his own tactics.
可以，啊，这个球
And this is
进攻的态势，
this is still working for him.
一定要
The middle wide is still working. One ball here, one ball here.
空间一点。
Now just going for bro. Slightly different look here. This is worth pointing out. Even though it's 9-3, Haramoto decides to outright challenge the forehand here instead of going to the middle, and it worked. Flip is not quite ideal here. Too predictable, doesn't bait anything out. He knows that he's getting a cross-court ball, but this is a point that's in Lin Shidong's favor 10 times out of 10. And it's almost a mental lapse from Haramoto. Last game here, a lot of the tactics at this point are kind of set. You'll notice, again, it's all down to pattern recognition and finding exploits, but I'll focus a little bit more on the serve return footwork. It's hard to see from this side of the table, but I'll still be able to show you. And you can see his approach now is different. No longer pushing half long or pushing to the middle. Now he's going for more variation, just pushing deep to the backhand. And again, I'll point it out. If you're gonna push, push. And the only reason this works so well is because of the quality on his pushes. That is landing so deep. And you can see it's tying Lin Shidong in knots. He is off balance, he's leaning backwards, he is not comfortable with that ball. So he misses this ball, but I'll show you the serve return footwork again. There's the split step, so he stepped in with the right leg. Ball comes long, and he shuffles. He's always ready to hit, by the way. Again, ready to hit, and then reacts to the block. So split step, recognizes that the ball comes long. Very wide stance, left leg is very far out. Feet are planted, and he's very stable on the back end. He misses here, but the footwork and the approach is perfect every time. And that's just perfect. So watch the footwork on the serve return again. Split step, shuffles. Really, really nice flip. This one is much better placed because it was placed in a way that it was close enough to the backhand corner to where Lin Shidong didn't step, but far enough from the corner to where it's not right in Lin Shidong's wheelhouse and shifts his weight a little bit. So now he brings the ball back to the left and he has all the initiative again. Then he goes to the middle again. And Lin Shidong is conditioned at this point to this. So in his mind, this is the ball he's worried about. As you can see, this is just world class. Perfect tactics from Haramoto. Lin Shidong is still moving this way as the ball comes past him on his forehand. And again, it's because Lin Shidong has started answering some of Haramoto's tactics, so Haramoto has to come up with some new stuff to continue generating points.
两个人在林志栋要是有一些更充分的准备才行。
Yeah, really solid. Look at the serve return footwork again. I'm going to point it out again more this game just because I've covered a lot of tactics, but split step, he's ready to attack, sees the ball's coming to his back end, moves, and again, this is something I emphasize to all of my students, ready to hit, and then when you can't hit, you push. Ready to hit, ready to hit, ready to hit. Oh crap, I can't loop this one. Okay, it's really easy to change. And look at that push quality. Play a really high quality push with tons of backspin. And at this point, this is a 50-50 because Haramoto was caught on the serve and he happens to win it. Takes initiative,
对手变到
plays some very,
了
very good shots. Same. And again, perfect footwork on the serve return. Split step, ready to hit, shuffles, flips, bounces back out, ready to play more. That's absolutely perfect.
还是被张本智
Yeah, same tactic. So now Haramoto has the initiative again. He's found another exploit. He's found another exploit where basically he goes middle. Oop, lost the
而
table.
且质量会越高。
He goes middle and then very wide to the forehand, and Lin Shidong doesn't have an answer to it yet. And so now again the pressure's on Lin Shidong to come up with an answer, and Haramoto just has to keep exploiting until Lin Shidong proves he can do something.
3比7。
I'm just going to point out the serve return again. This one, Haramoto is actually probably pushing all the way unless it comes long to the back end. You can see he's not really ready to. Very stable.
承认啊，张本智和的正手在这2年其实提升的还是比较多的。还是中间位。这是一个运气
Yeah, not
球
bad. Serve variation was just enough to give Haramoto a good opportunity.
哇，
Yeah, and that's
这是
just
一个运气球。
perfect table tennis. Look at the push quality. If you're gonna push, push. Look at where that ball lands. And so it's just
哇，
very good for
这
Haramoto.
个所谓的这种好球、神球也能打得出来。反手相识，看看谁先变现。
And there's solid game from Haramoto. Again, this last serve, his approach is different. He's actually a little bit more passive all the way, because he's noticed that he gets a lot of good opportunities from this push here. It's a very, very good tactic. Touches the serve return short, brings Lin Shidong in this way, then takes the next ball, because Lin Shidong is not flipping, and pushes it out this way, which forces Lin Shidong to, at least for a little bit, have his weight going backwards. Now Lin Shidong is insane, so he's still able to play a good shot, but that's the idea behind it. And he's noticed that he gives himself good enough opportunities to win the point. So here he's at 10-5, he's just taking a 50-50, but again, it's the same tactic. He baits Lin Shidong into this ball, where he moves out and plays a backhand instead of pivoting, and so this is really, really difficult, and then follows it up with a much deeper ball into the backhand. And while he's doing all this, he now also has the forehand, which he knows he can win points on. So Lin Shidong just has too much to worry about here. So like from here, what do you do as Lin Shidong? It's just too hard. And so
变现。
he falls under the pressure and
11比5呢，这样的
loses the
话
match,
他
and
们最后也是
Haramoto
3比1的比分战胜
becomes
了
the men's singles champion at the Asian Championship, which is a really, really
今天也
good
要
accomplishment for him. I've enjoyed watching his game for such a long time because he fights hard, and I think that he has a genuine chance to get to the very top of the world rankings when he's on. But hopefully that was helpful. If you want to go back and watch this match on your own, if you're struggling with serve returns and footwork on serve returns and how to
Celup Sosro, hidupkan hebatmu.
Si kecil bukan urusan kecil. Ajukan BSKTA hingga 300 juta. Dapatkan bunga flat mulai 0,8.
menjadi lebih.
Ayo.
Final day. Just don't know because I had one this story here. But as you guys can see, mine keeps saying here. What do I have to do? So I did all the races again, and I won all of them except for this one specifically. Audemars Phoenix.
Excuse me, would you like $1,000 or have someone gay lose their Wi-Fi?
Oh, easy. Have someone gay lose their Wi-Fi.
Gay lose their Wi-Fi.
Oh, easy. Have someone gay lose.
Would you like $1,000 or have someone gay lose their Wi-Fi?
Oh, easy. Have someone gay lose their Wi-Fi.
Bro, what? Be brutally honest. Would you slap your girl best friend for $1 billion?
I don't speak to women. Anyways.
Hey, what the fuck? Anyway,
Excuse me, would you like $1,000 or...
Here I come.
Prepare for battle.
Into the breach. It's in the bag. Faster. On. Swiftly. I'll not argue.
Forward. 30 seconds to battle.
Fangs of ice. I move. Yes. Battle.
My siege runners charge on red.
Agreed. I thought as much.
Sleep beckons.
Indeed. Let's go.
To me!
I'll not argue. Agreed. Here I come. Yes.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I thought as much. Ah! Indeed.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Let's go. Swiftly. Forward. Attack under attack. To battle. Into the breach. I move. Faster. Forward. I move. Faster. To battle. Here I come. I thought as much.
With that, you fly no longer.
Agreed. Indeed. Here's ice in your eye. Die. Yes. On. I'll not argue. Into the breach. Swiftly. Oh, I see a blaze. Let's go. Under attack. Ice, take you. My ice bites deep. Swiftly.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Forward. On.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Let's go. Here I come. The ice wolves bite. Faster. I'll not argue.
Such as tomorrow.
Indeed. I thought as much. To battle. I move.
Stupendous!
Agreed. I'll freeze you fast. Into the breach. Down you go. Yes. Missing bottom. Yes. I thought as much. I'll not argue.
Your death comes at last, Luce.
Swiftly. Forward. Faster. Into the breach. The ice wolves bite. To battle. Let's go. Indeed. Here I come.
I've been wanting this.
Agreed. My ice bites deep. Here's ice in your eye. Nice. Nice. I'll not argue. Casting. Swiftly. Let's go. Here I come. Yes. I thought as much. That's nice. I move.
Haste!
To battle. Forward. On.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Into the breach. Indeed. Let's go. Fangs of ice. Faster.
Your top tower is under attack.
On. Swiftly.
Your top tower is under attack.
I thought as much. To battle. I'll not argue. Agreed.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Here I come. Yes. Into the breach. I move. I thought as much. Faster. Yes. I'll not argue. Agreed. On. I move. Let's go. Swiftly. Into the breach. Forward. Indeed. To battle. Here I come.
Invisibility!
Here I come. Indeed. Let's go. Forward. I thought as much.
Your top tower is under attack.
Into
Your
the
top
breach.
tower fallen.
I move.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Agreed. Swiftly.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
I'll not argue.
Your bottom tower is fallen.
It just keeps getting better. Swiftly. Agreed. Here I come. I move. Forward. Faster. I'll not argue. Indeed.
I'll take that.
On. Into the breach. To battle. Let's go. Agreed. Into the breach. I thought as much.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Here I come. I'm under attack. Yes.
Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
On. I move. I'll not argue. It's not done yet. Swiftly. Indeed.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Into the breach. Faster. On. Yes.
Your top tower
I
is under
thought as
attack.
much. Let's go. freeze you fast. Must be better. My temperature's dropped. I'll not argue. Swiftly. To battle. Agreed. I move. Here I come. I take you. Indeed. Die. Into the breach. Faster. Yes. I move.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
All mine. I'm not arguing. Swiftly.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Here I come. I thought as much. Let's go. Down you go. To battle.
I'll take that.
On. Agreed. I thought as much. Indeed. Into the breach. Plane. Here I come. I'll not argue.
Your top tower is under attack.
To battle. Not yet. Attack. Forward. Faster. Yes. Let's go. On. Swiftly. I move. Into the breach. I'll not argue. come. Faster. On. Right. Agreed. I move. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Swiftly.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Indeed, this'll come in handy. I move. To battle.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Agreed. Fangs of ice. Into the breach. Let's go. Ice Maiden. Yes. I thought as much. On. Here I come. Faster. Attack. Forward.
You'll have to do better than that.
Swiftly. I thought as much. To battle. Mine. On. Here I come.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Indeed. I'll not argue.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Swiftly. Forward.
Your middle tower has fallen.
Yes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Let's go. Into the breach. I move.
Your middle tower has fallen.
I move. Swiftly. Here I come. Into the breach. I'll freeze you fast. I'll not argue. Let's go. Forward. Faster. Stop it. To battle.
Your bottom tower
Here
is
I
under
come.
attack.
Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Forward. Agreed. Into the breach. I thought as much. I moved. On. Faster. Let's go. You move like a blue heart blade indeed. I'll not argue.
Dire's courier has been killed. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Your storm must end.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your middle barracks has fallen.
Battle. I thought as much.
Your top tower is under attack.
Here I come.
Your top tower has
Forward.
fallen.
On. Yes. Let's go.
Your top tower is under attack.
Nice is not always nice.
Scour.
Indeed. Faster. Into the breach. Here's icy ride. I'll not argue. Let's go. I thought as much.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack.
Into the breach. Indeed. Yes. Swiftly. I'll not argue. Here I come. I move. Forward. Yes. I'll not argue. To battle. Faster. Here I come. Agreed. Let's go. Into the breach. On. Indeed. I thought as much. Swiftly. Into the breach. I thought as much.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are falling. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack.
Cool. I'm burning up.
Your bottom barracks has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Your bottom barracks has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Your top barracks has fallen. Your top barracks are under attack. Your top barracks has fallen. The enemy now has megaforce.
Goodness.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
You only live ice. Let's go. Agreed. On. The ice will light. Never attack. Disease.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Goodness.
Radiant victory.